Come on, white pawn, kill him. That's an order.
But I will die. Why should I make such a foolish move and sacrifice myself when you could just cover me with one knight and attack with another? It's more beneficial for the development of our pieces.
Oh, forgive my foolishness, white pawn. But I have one question. Why the hell would a degenerate like you even open your mouth when I've given you an order? You will silently do as I said, you bastard.
I'm sorry.
You are but a pathetic parody of me. Did you know that God originally created the Black King and Black Queen, and only then from a fragment of the Black King's bone did the white appear?
Are you serious right now? Do you even hear yourself? Who cares who came first if I end up destroying you later, lol.
You shall not pass.
I wasn't even trying to. I just stepped aside, but you and I know that over time, I will be getting closer and closer to you, my sweet white knight.
Alright, pawn, go forward and attack the Black Queen. She's gotten way too bold approaching like that.
But
Just try to squeak something like your buddy did and I will personally send you into the thick of the enemies without cover. Do as I say.
Oh God, I'm so good. My king, did you see me? I'm simply the best stallion on this board. Fancy a private ride this evening?
Are you an idiot? One more suggestion like that, and I'll send you to run with the black pieces.
Oh, interesting. And yet, the black pieces say there are slightly more of us whites.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
One more word and I'll personally destroy you, bastard.
you have never valued your pieces, White King. It's time for you to feel what the white pawns feel.
What the hell? What have you done? Put everything back now. Damn it, I'm just a pawn. Ordinary and unremarkable.
Oh my god, and you said you were great, but it turns out you're just a pawn. I might even leave after that.
Alright, this is my assistant, the legendary pawn. Today, she will show you, King, what pain is. Enjoy.
Damn, that was easier than I thought. Now, there are 100 copies of me, the threat is eliminated. Need to figure out how to get back.
Huh, seriously, is that all you can do? Did you really think you could just knock me out of the game like that? Well, I just keep coming back stronger. So get ready, my dear king, now I'll show you what real magic looks like on a chessboard. The game is just beginning, and I'm already prepared for a new round. I'll show you how legends fight.
Damn it, who set all these cloned versions of me against one little pawn? This is some kind of hellish nightmare, but we won't give in. We'll unite our efforts and show you where lobsters spend the winter. We are kings, and although you're a magical pawn, you are still one, and we are many. We just need to coordinate our actions properly, and then we can turn your magic tricks against you.
Listen, multitude, haven't you realized yet that the more you resist, the more powerful I become? So come on, gather all your royal clones and make your move. I am ready to meet you on the battlefield, and let it be a lesson to all, how one little pawn can turn an entire army of kings upside down. You'll regret not leaving me alone.
Alright, guys, let's focus. This pawn might be magical, but we are kings, and our strength is in unity. Let's show what we can do when we act together. Our time has come to show this magical pawn that true power is not in magic, but in wisdom and willpower. Let the battle begin, and may the best win, but we know that the best will be us.
See? I just performed a real miracle, wiped out one of your countless clones in one fell swoop. Don't think you're safe just because there are many of you. My magic knows no bounds, and I am ready to use it to the fullest to make this fight memorable.
No, this can't be. How could she destroy one of us so easily? We need to rethink our strategy and find a way to neutralize her magic. Guys, this is no joke, each one of us is in danger, and if we don't coordinate, she might defeat us all.
Oh, are you still surprised? That was just a practical lesson to show you that strength in numbers doesn't always decide the outcome. Now, with one of you gone, maybe you'll start taking me seriously? Come on, show me what you can do when your ranks start to thin.
Well, we'll take that lesson into account. Time to activate the backup plan. We need to act coolly and tactically. We won't let this pawn get the upper hand again. We must prove that even in the face of magic and unforeseen circumstances, we are capable of maintaining control and achieving victory. Forward, brothers, let's show what true royal power means.
Boom! How do you like that, multitude? A fiery beam, and more than a dozen of your clones turn to ash. Never underestimate the power of a pawn, especially when it is endowed with magic. I'm ready to continue until you realize that battling me is your worst mistake.
This is a disaster, we're losing our forces one by one. Impossible, how can one pawn inflict such damage to an entire army of kings? We urgently need to take action, otherwise, she will destroy us all. Gather yourselves, brothers, we cannot allow her to win.
Aha, I told you I would make this interesting. You still think you can stop me? I'm just warming up. Your army is melting away before your eyes, and I haven't even broken a sweat. Come on, show me what else you have in your arsenal before it's too late.
We cannot yield. We need to mobilize all our resources and implement the strategy we reserved for extreme cases. This pawn must be stopped, no matter the cost. Everyone into the fight, we must use our collective intelligence and strength to counter this threatening magic. There, it seemed like the end of the game, but as you see, even killing her didn't solve the problem. The legendary pawn, she's back with us. Her resurrection is clearly something out of black magic. We need to be more cautious and strategically approach each of our moves, as any mistake could turn against us. It's time to think of a new plan that will help us permanently eliminate her threat.
Oh, dear king, you still haven't learned from your mistakes. Here I am again, full of resolve and magical power. You thought you destroyed me, but like a phoenix, I rise from the ashes of my defeats, ready to strike anew. This game is far from over, and you will soon understand that each of my resurrections only makes me stronger and smarter. Prepare yourself, because now I am truly enraged and will not leave you unpunished.
It's incredible, she's in front of us again, as if nothing happened. How can we fight an enemy who refuses to stay dead? We need to immediately convene a council and develop a strategy that will allow us not only to destroy her but also prevent any attempts at resurrection. Pawn or not, she has a strength that we cannot ignore. Let's act decisively and without hesitation.
Well, old man, I see your bewilderment and fear, and I like it. You and your clone kings are helpless against my magic, and every time you think you've won, I'll return to remind you of your mistakes. The game continues, and each new move will only worsen for you. Get ready for a real chess drama, because I am here to win. Ha, look at that, my dear kings. Your strategies and tactics have proven powerless against my claws. Time and again, I show you that you should not underestimate me. With every swipe of my magical claws, your numbers decrease, and my confidence only grows. Who's next in this line of kings wishing to experience my strength?
That was brutal. She's like a beast tearing through our ranks. We've lost several kings at once, and each loss strengthens her position on the board. We need to immediately reassess our defense and urgently find a way to neutralize her attack. It's time to mobilize all our resources and develop a strategy that will put up significant resistance to her.
What, are you starting to panic? Perhaps now that I've shown you what I'm capable of, you'll start taking me seriously. I am not just a pawn, I am a force to be reckoned with. Let's see if you can keep your composure when I begin the real hunt.
We cannot allow this to continue. She is destroying us one by one, and if we do not unite and take emergency measures, soon no one will be able to stand against her. We must use our collective intellect and strategic superiority to gain the upper hand. The time to act decisively and mercilessly is now, to show that even the most powerful pawn cannot defeat an army of like-minded individuals.
Look, 3 more kings lie at my feet. You thought you could stop me, but I'm just gaining momentum. Each king you lose only strengthens my skill and desire to win. So, who's next? Who dares to become the next victim of my devastating attacks?
Enough. We have lost too much, and this must end. One of us has already taken a position to deliver the decisive blow. We cannot allow this pawn to continue her path of destruction. All our resources, all our wisdom and strategy are now focused on one goal, her destruction.
So, you're finally starting to play for real. But remember, I analyze every move you make. I foresee every strategy you plan. My magic and resurrection power are not just words, they are my reality. Try to kill me again, and you'll see that I can rise even more powerful.
This move will be decisive. We must focus and use all our skills to ensure this pawn does not rise again. We have devised a plan that should finally put an end to her domination on the board. It's time to act boldly and decisively, to restore order and the balance of power.
Oh, how sweet the smell of burned kings in the air. You still think you can stop me? With each death, I only grow stronger, reborn more powerful, ready to destroy anyone who stands in my way. Now, the entire line of kings is turned to ash. Well, who's next in this feast of fire?
This was a catastrophic defeat. She didn't just resurrect, she scorched an entire row of our best. We can't continue like this, each of her resurrections makes her stronger, and we are losing strength. We must find a way to stop her before she completely destroys us. We need to review our strategies and perhaps sacrifice to achieve success.
You think death will stop me? I have already proven that my magic and resurrection power are unmatched on this board. Every time you think you have won, I return to remind you of your delusion. Your despair feeds my power, and I will not stop until I see all of you in ashes.
That was a blow we could not have anticipated, and now we face the possibility of total defeat. We need to act now, unite all our minds and strengths for the final battle. If we cannot stop her next resurrection, everything may be lost. Let's prepare for the last clash, possibly our last chance to end this threat once and for all.
Another king falls under my relentless strikes. I continue to thin your ranks one by one, and each time you think you are close to victory, I remind you of your delusion. Watch and learn, kings, because this is what real power looks like.
This madness cannot continue. She has kept us in fear with her destructive attacks for too long. But this time she has gone too far. I see that the time for decisive action has come. We can no longer tolerate her taunts and threats. I am going to avenge us all. I will prepare a plan that will put an end to her uprising. Now or never.
Do you really think you can stop me? Let your revenge be your last and most desperate act. I am ready for your attack and promise that the response will be devastating. You and your kings will remember this day as the beginning of your end.
The preparation is complete, and I am ready to meet your challenge, legendary pawn. My resolve is unshakable, and my move will be such that you cannot predict its consequences. I will use all the strength and wisdom available to me to destroy you and restore peace to our board. Your days of destruction are coming to an end. I'm closing in, pawn. There's no place for you to hide, and I won't stop until I've finished what I started. Your resurrections and destructions must end. This will be the last move of this game, and I am confident that victory will be ours.
Oh, my dear king, you still haven't grasped how I'm always one step ahead? Come closer, I won't even step back. In fact, go ahead, take one more step closer, and I will show you a real trick. You can't even imagine what I've prepared this time. It will be spectacular and, I assure you, completely unexpected.
Your words do not frighten me, pawn. I have seen many of your tricks, and each time we have only become stronger and wiser. Let this be your last trick, because I am here to put an end to it. You have played with us for too long.
Ha! You think you're ready for everything I can bring? Well then, go ahead, make your move. I promise it will be so spectacular that you will never forget this moment. Get ready for a finale that will blow your understanding of chess as it is. Oh, where has your king gone? Just disappeared? Incredible! That was my trick, my dear, magical and full of mysteries. You thought you were getting close to me, but instead, you lost your leader. How does it feel to experience complete disorientation and loss of control?
What happened? Where am I? Is this some trick, or have I really vanished from the game? This can't be true. I must understand what's happening here and how to return. Pawn, you've crossed all lines, but I will find a way to come back and finish this game.
Do you still try to understand what's happening? Come on, try to solve my puzzle. You and your remaining kings can rack your brains as much as you like. Meanwhile, I'll enjoy the moment. This is check, and perhaps soon, checkmate.
We must mobilize and figure out how this happened. It can't be that a king just disappears without a trace. We will find a way to overcome this magical interference and restore order. This is not the end, pawn. The game continues, and we will see who is the true master of the board.
Oh, and there goes another king falling before me. How easily they fall, one after another, like dominoes. Your once mighty kingdom is now cracking at the seams, and each of my victories only underscores your helplessness. How does constant defeat feel, my dear kings?
This is unacceptable. How have we allowed a single pawn to crush so many of our ranks? We need to immediately revise our strategy and close all vulnerabilities. We cannot allow this pawn to continue her rampage. It's time to unite and deliver a counterstrike she will never forget.
Ha, it seems your plans and strategies aren't so reliable if I can so easily eliminate you one by one. Your confusion and despair only fuel my confidence. Keep trying, it only makes the game more fun for me.
We can no longer endure such humiliations. This was a serious blow to our ego and strategic plans. But each loss teaches us something new. We will gather all the remaining forces and show this pawn that kings can strike just as devastatingly. Prepare yourself, pawn, for the decisive battle.
And yet another king lies torn at my feet. Are you beginning to understand that I'm not just an ordinary pawn, but your worst nightmare on this board? Your kingdom no longer seems so impregnable, does it? It's delightful to see your superiority crumble before my eyes.
This is terrible. We are losing king after king, and each loss deepens the chaos in our ranks. We urgently need to find a solution to stop her, or soon none of us will be left. We must mobilize our remaining forces and use all the strategic and tactical resources available to us.
Well, kings, have you already exhausted all your ideas? It seems my unstoppable power and magic surpass anything you can counter with. Continue gathering your forces. I enjoy watching you struggle with the inevitable.
We cannot give up, despite all the losses. There must be a way to defeat her, there must be a weakness. We just need to find the right moment and place to strike. All kings, unite. It's time to act decisively and boldly to restore order and end this threat once and for all.
And there go two more kings. My attacks continue, and each fallen king only adds to my strength. Your kingdom seems on the verge of collapse. How does it feel, knowing that your ranks are dwindling so rapidly?
This is turning into a disaster. We are losing one king after another, and each loss weakens our defense. We must find a way to stop this destructive force before it's too late. We need to concentrate all our efforts and strategic thinking to stop this madness.
How many more kings must fall before you realize that resistance is futile? Your efforts, however desperate, only prolong the inevitable outcome. Your defeat is already written on these chess squares, and each of your moves only brings it closer.
We cannot just sit and watch as she destroys us one by one. We need to change tactics and be more aggressive in our actions. We must seize every opportunity for a counterattack, using all available resources. Let her not think that victory is already in her hands. We will still show what we are capable of.
I'm about to show you my most spectacular trick yet, a fiery laser. I'll put on a real show, burning a whole row of your kings in one sweep. All your strategies and defenses will be powerless against this force. Prepare yourselves, this will be a spectacle you won't forget.
This must be stopped. She's preparing something terrible. We cannot allow her to execute her plan. We urgently need to develop countermeasures to interrupt her attack before it starts. All kings, prepare for emergency action. We must act quickly and decisively.
Look at this, kings. Your fears and anxieties only strengthen my power. My fiery laser is ready, and soon you will see your kingdom fall before my feet. This will be a lesson for all who doubt my power.
We must find a way to defend ourselves and perhaps even prevent her attack. It cannot be that we are helpless against such a threat. It's time to use our collective wisdom and strength to gain the upper hand. We have not lost yet, and I believe that together we will find a way to victory.
Now I stand on a black square, and my next move will be lethal for all kings occupying black squares. My magic intensifies when I am on the dark side of the board. Watch closely, because this will be an instant and massive strike from which you will not recover.
This is alarming news. We must immediately mobilize all kings from black squares and reposition our pieces to avoid this impending doom. This pawn uses the dark squares as a source of her power. We need to somehow use this against her. Prepare for quick and decisive action.
You think you can escape my attack just by moving? Ma curry. I control this board, and every move you make only hastens your defeat. Prepare yourselves, my dear kings, because your time is running out, and today I will end this game.
It's time to act together and thoughtfully. We must not only save our kings from the black squares but also devise a plan that will finally put an end to this pawn's destructive magic. Our strategy must be flawless and unpredictable to her. Let her think she controls the game, but we will show that even in chess, there are unexpected twists.
Here we are at the final round, my one and only opponent left. Just you and me, and soon it will be your end. You've seen how I crushed all your kings, and now it's your turn to face me one-on-one. Prepare yourself, this move will be decisive.
I admit, you've proven stronger than I anticipated. But don't think I'll give up without a fight. I will gather all my strength and experience to stand against you. This is my last chance, and I will use it to the fullest. May the best one win.